Hello viewers, this Not Too Fast here. If you're using one of these Wi-Fi routers in your home, I'm sure you have areas in your home where you're either getting very low Wi-Fi signal or no signal at all. This can be frustrating for you and your family, especially during this time when many people are working from home and kids are doing online learning. The solution is to install a mesh Wi-Fi network in your home. This is very different than your average Wi-Fi extender, which often sacrifices speed for connectivity. With a mesh Wi-Fi network, you have a single network that you connect to, and it provides a reliable connection anywhere in your home. In today's video, I'll show you how to install a mesh Wi-Fi network in your home, so stay tuned. The MeshForce M3 Suite Wi-Fi system comes in this box. I want to show you this table on the side of the box. It tells you how many mesh points and dots do you need. If you have the M3 Suite with one dot, so that's one main mesh point and one M3 dot, then the maximum coverage is 3,000 square feet, or approximately it'll give you coverage for 4 rooms. Now if you have the M3 Suite with 2 dots, that's what I have here, the maximum coverage is 4,000 square feet and it can cover 5 rooms. So with each additional dot, you get an extra 1,000 square feet coverage. Now the main mesh point device can support up to 6 dots, and that can give you a maximum coverage of 8,000 square feet. Here's a picture showing you how the mesh Wi-Fi system can provide coverage in your home. In the middle here is a main mesh point that you connect to your home router or cable modem, and these two devices here are the MeshForce M3 dots. With a dot, you can plug into any outlet around your home, and together it will form a seamless Wi-Fi mesh network. Let me show you what's in the box. There's a quick start guide. Right here is a main mesh point. With this main mesh point, you'll need to connect this to your home router or cable modem to have internet access. Right here is the dots. Here's the second one. With a dot, you can plug into different rooms in your home. There's an Ethernet cable and the AC power adapter for the main mesh point. Let's have a look at this main mesh point. Looking at the back, there's a reset switch. Next to it is the Ethernet port where you connect this to your home router or cable modem. Right here is a LAN port you can use to connect to your device. So for example, you can connect this to your PC, gaming console, or smart TV. And on the far right is a DC power port. Here's a look at the M3 dot. Now with this device, you simply plug this into an AC outlet and it'll automatically connect to the main mesh point. There's no configuration you need to do on this device, which makes the install very easy. Now as I mentioned, this system I have here has 2 dots, and that'll give you about 4,000 square feet of coverage. You can buy additional dots, and the main mesh point will support up to 6 dots. With each one of these dots, you get about 1,000 square feet of coverage. Now looking at the bottom of this M3 dot, there's a reset switch and an Ethernet LAN port you can use to connect to your device. So here inside this cabinet is a cable modem and the home router. This yellow cable connects to a cable modem to get internet access. Here's a main mesh point. Connect the power supply and the Ethernet cable. Connect the other end of the Ethernet cable to one of the switch port on the router. Now plug the power adapter to an outlet to power on the main mesh point. So with this connected, that's all you have to do with this main mesh point. The rest of the configuration will be done on the app. Go to your Google Play Store or Apple App Store and look for the app My Mesh. Install the app. First step is to connect your mobile device to your main mesh point. Go to your Wi-Fi setting and look for the device My Mesh. The password is found on the bottom of the device. Once it's connected, go back to the app. The internet connection is dynamic IP. Here you can change the Wi-Fi name and password for the main mesh point. At this point, your main mesh point is set up. Let's take this to the basement and get this installed. In this entertainment room in the basement, it's very hard to get a good Wi-Fi signal, so I'll install one of these M3 dot in this room. After you plug in the M3 dot, Wait about 45 seconds for it to connect to the main mesh point, and you want to look at the LED status on the front of the dot. If you see green, that means it has excellent connection, yellow is fair connection, and red is disconnected. Here you can see the dot is now connected to the main mesh point. The second M3 dot will be installed at the far end of the basement where Wi-Fi signal is also very weak. And the second one is now connected. Here in the movie room in the basement with the 4 enclosed walls, the Wi-Fi signal and speed was the worst using the Netgear router. I'll do a comparison test between the Netgear router's Wi-Fi and the new MyMesh access point. In the Wi-Fi setting, I'll connect to the Netgear router. Right now I'm connected to the Netgear router's Wi-Fi. Let's do a speed test. Here you can see the speed is very low. The download speed is 4.96 megabit per second and the upload is 0.87 megabit per second. Now I'll switch over to the MyMesh Wi-Fi connection. Let's test the speed. The download is 24.1 megabit per second and the upload is 11.3 megabit per second. At this speed you'll have no problem using it for Netflix, YouTube, gaming, or doing work on your laptop. So this is a big improvement over the Netgear router's Wi-Fi. Let me show you one more thing. With the Netgear Wi-Fi, the signal is coming in at -81 dBm and the MyMesh network is at -70 and -74 dBm. And that 9 to 10 dB difference will affect the speed tremendously. Let me go over some of the settings in the app. The settings button is at the bottom right hand corner. The first item is wireless settings. Here you can change the Wi-Fi name and the password. Guest network. If you want, you can enable the guest Wi-Fi network. There's a guest Wi-Fi name and the Wi-Fi password. You can also set a time limit. 4 hours, 8 hours are always valid. Parental control. You can set up groups of devices to have no internet access or a schedule for internet access. Internet settings. You can set up the connection for DHCP or static IP. QoS. You can enable QoS to prioritize traffic for gaming or web browsing. You can also enable fast roaming if your device supports it. Also, if you need to set up port forwarding, you can set it up here. You can check for firmware upgrade right here. As you can see, all 3 devices are at current versions. Maintenance schedule. If you want, you can enable a schedule time to reboot the device. To exit out of the settings, select My Wi-Fi right here. As you can see, a mesh Wi-Fi network is a simple and effective solution to providing a reliable Wi-Fi connection in your home. It doesn't matter if your home is multi-story or the location of your router restricts Wi-Fi signal to reach certain part of your home. By installing this MeshForce system, you'll now be able to eliminate any Wi-Fi dead spots you previously had. Now remember, this system with 1 mesh point and 2 M3 dots will provide approximately 4,000 square feet of coverage. Each single dot has 1,000 square feet of coverage. You can add up to 6 dots, which will give you a total of 8,000 square feet of coverage. This MeshForce M3 suite that I installed in this video retails for $160. If you're interested in getting this for your home or office, I'll include the link below. I'll also include a 10% off coupon code you can use to get additional savings. If you have any questions or comments, leave one in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video. To support this channel, remember to click on thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so you get notified of new videos.